Welcome back to another segment of Grandpa's Shop. In this segment, we're going to talk a little bit about how we use cutting devices. Namely, right at the minute will be the cutting torch and also the plasma cutter. They are commonly used to make metal into given pieces and lengths and shapes that we can weld together with the welders. Let me show you how these work. First off, I'm going to move my tool out of the way like we talked about a while ago. Keep your shop area clear. Follow me. First off, one of the oldest devices that's been employed to cut metal with, has been around a long time, is known as the gas torch. In this particular torch we have a bottle of oxygen, and we have another bottle down here beside it that's a little harder to see. This is the bottle of acetylene gas. The acetylene gas is what creates the flame. The oxygen is what makes the flame hot. Let me show you how this works. I'm going to turn the oxygen tank on. I'm going to open the valve on the acetylene. Once that is accomplished, you want to be sure that your torch valves are always in the right position, and most of them will be off. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to light the torch. Watch how this works. First thing we do is we very carefully and just slowly open the acetylene valve. When we open just enough to create enough gas to build a flame with. See how that goes? Okay. If you watch this flame, I've opened that valve to the point that we can bring that flame out. The blue flame is what we focus on. So we bring it out to about 1/4 of an inch away from the end of this tip. At that point, that's when we turn on the oxygen very slowly. See what happens? Now what happens? Now we're ready to cut. When we have metal that we want to cut, then we add on with this lever right here, we bring in extra oxygen into the fire, and we begin to build metal. First off, same thing as before. Eye protection is very, very important when you're going to cut metal. I'm going to lay the torch down here for just a minute. I have a special hood in the camera designed to be able to allow me to see what to do when the torch is working and what to protect my eyes and my face and stuff. It also has an adjustable head mount, just like the welding lever does. Now, watch what I'm going to do here. First thing we'll do is we will heat the metal up to about a cherry red color. See how that works? The next thing I'm going to do is turn the torch off. I'll turn the oxygen off first, and then I'll turn off the acetylene. I'm going to hang my torch head back up. And then I'm going to turn my tanks off. Okay, that's one step, and that's one type of metal cutting torch. Those have been around for a long time. Tanks of gas are readily available from the welding supply places, just like our helmets and the welding rods and all this type of stuff. It's all available out here to be purchased on an as-need basis. We're gonna have to order that other tool. It's a lot newer. New technology, guys. For tool technology too. This is known as a plasma cutter. Basically, instead of using gas like the gas torch does, this just uses an electric arc, much like the welders do. But in addition to that electric arc, it also has a stream of forced air that comes along with it. Part of the shop, in nearly all shops, you have several different tools involved that all have to work together. Follow me over here. In our shop, stored behind this box right here is where our air compressor is. Air compressor is what makes the plasma cutter work. I'm going to turn the valve on. This is going to let air go to the plasma cutter. Now that the air compressor is pumped up and shut off, let me show you a little bit more how this plasma cutter works. Again, just like the arc welders, we have a ground clamp so that the flow of electricity can move from the ground through the metal back to the torch. I'm going to turn it on. Watch this. This thing self-diagnoses itself and tells the operator exactly what it needs to do. When the green light comes on, we're ready to go. Now watch how this works. Again, I'm going to use my face shield, and which is also tinted to protect my eyes. Here we go. How about that? That uses nothing but air being blown out of that tip along with an electric arc behind it to create the heat. And notice this, it didn't have to, that process kept that metal cool. I can pick that metal back up without burning my fingers even after I've cut metal just right beside that. That's the difference in the two systems. See how the paint burnt back here and this got all really hot, and if you pick that up it would burn your fingers. Whereas on the plasma cutter side over, that's really still relatively cool. This also, in the process of welding and building things, minimizes distortion. Metal is just like plastic in many ways, in that yes, it is hard when it is cool, but when it is warm and is hot and it can be bent, and it also expands and contracts. Think about that a little bit. As I take my helmet off, I want you to also note again, see the headband in this helmet? It is also adjustable just like the arc welding helmet. Again, take care of your tools. These face shields and so forth are designed to protect you, but if you don't protect them, they can't do their job. Always take care of your helmets and so forth. I'm going to put this one back in the cabinet.